Today, we are going to discuss a very important topic in marine engineering: different bearing materials and stresses at the bearings. These concepts are essential because bearings are critical components in ship engines, and their performance directly affects reliability, safety, and overall engine life. Let us begin with the different bearing materials used in modern engines. White metal bearings. The first material we look at is white metal. White metal is an alloy made of tin, antimony, and copper. In thin-walled bearings, especially in stiff crosshead assemblies, we use a composition of 88% tin, 8% antimony, and 4% copper. In thick-walled bearings, typically used in flexible crosshead bearings and bottom-end bearings, the composition is 87% tin, 9% antimony, and 4% copper. Now, why is this combination so widely used? Tin forms a soft matrix, allowing the bearing to accommodate minor misalignment. Antimony forms hard cubes, which help the bearing withstand journal loads. However, antimony can float or segregate during casting, so copper plays a key role. Copper ensures uniform distribution of antimony and solidifies first, providing structural balance. White metal has excellent conformability, and it allows some amount of particle embedment, which helps avoid scoring of the journal surface. Although white metal is ideal for moderate load conditions, it has limitations at higher loads. Copper lead and lead bronze bearings. The second category is copper lead and lead bronze bearings, typically made from a matrix of copper, brass, or bronze with a lead overlay. These bearings have a load carrying capacity almost 3 times higher than white metal. Why are they so strong? Copper, or bronze, forms a very strong matrix. Lead remains in a free state, creating a surface with low friction. These bearings almost always have a steel backing for structural rigidity. The overlay thickness ranges from 0.024 to 0.04 millimeters, often made of lead tin or lead tin copper. Running and helps prevent acid attack on the lead. However, compared to white metal, they have poor embedability and reduced conformability. So while they can take higher loads, they are more sensitive to contamination and misalignment. Aluminum tin bearings. The next category is aluminum tin bearings. These consist of an aluminum matrix, some silicon, a lead tin overlay, and a steel backing. The aluminum matrix itself is relatively soft, giving good embedability and conformability, while tin in suspension provides the actual bearing properties. These bearings are strong, extremely strong. In fact, their load carrying capacity is about 3 times higher than white metal. They also resist acid attack, and their fatigue strength is comparable to copper lead bearings. However, due to the high load capability, aluminum tin bearings require a hardened journal to prevent surface damage. Stresses at the bearings. Now that we understand the materials, let us examine the stresses at the bearings in marine engines. Bearings, especially the bottom end, crosshead, and main bearings, experience complex and varying stress patterns. Bottom end, crank pin bearings. The bottom end crank pin bearings are heavily loaded components. They are prone to ovality, meaning the crank pin may wear out of round due to downward loads and angular motion of the connecting rod. If ovality exceeds 25% of the bearing clearance, the hydrodynamic oil film is compromised and bearing failure becomes likely. During overhauls, we must check crank pin for ovality and fretting, mating surfaces for cracks or damage, especially serrated bottom ends, which are more sensitive to fretting. Bottom end bolts are also critical. These bolts must be inspected for damage, elongation, or deformation. Manufacturers provide strict replacement intervals to avoid bolt fatigue. And finally, proper assembly is vital. If bearings are not fitted in correct orientation, or if an oil feed hole is blocked, the bearing can starve of lubrication. After tightening, the bottom end should still move slightly when levered. Any stiffness indicates improper seating. Loading conditions in medium-speed engines. Medium-speed engines operate under significantly different stress conditions compared to slow-speed engines. Consider the RPM difference. Slow-speed engines. Around 100 RPM medium-speed engines. Often 720 RPM or higher. Because inertia forces increase with both mass and the square of engine speed, the stresses on connecting rod bolts are far greater in medium-speed engines. At top dead center, TDC, the piston and rod tend to fly out, creating high tensile stress on the connecting rod bolts. In addition to inertia forces, there are centrifugal forces, gas forces, and bending stresses. Serrated bearing surfaces help relieve some of these stresses from the bolts. However, due to the continuous cyclic loading, fatigue failures are more common in medium-speed engines. Routine inspection and timely replacement of connecting rod bolts are essential. Crosshead are top-end bearings. Crosshead bearings experience mainly unidirectional downward forces. In two-stroke engines, gas pressure adds to this downward load, starting from maximum firing pressure and dropping to scavenge air pressure. Since relative angular movement is limited and force direction is mostly constant, forming a stable hydrodynamic oil film is challenging. Modern engine design helps in the following ways. Oil is supplied via telescopic or articulated pipes. Additional oil grooves and oil wedges help circulation and cooling. Crosshead bearings have very precise clearances, typically 0.00075 to 0.001 millimeters per mm of shaft diameter. Newer bearings use even smaller clearances due to improved oil supply reliability. Main bearings. Finally, let us talk about main bearings. Main bearings support and align the crankshaft, connect it to other bearings and the propulsion shaft, and remove heat through lubrication. Misalignment is a major risk. It can occur due to bed plate deflection from high firing loads, accidental grounding, severe sea conditions, fretting or breakage of tie rods. Modern engines mostly use thin-shell bearings instead of traditional white metal, providing better load distribution and easier maintenance. In summary, bearing materials like white metal, copper lead, and aluminum tints each offer unique strengths depending on load, conformability, and durability requirements. Bearings in marine engines operate under complex stresses involving gas forces, inertial loads, misalignment, lubrication challenges, and fatigue. Understanding these stresses and choosing the right bearing material is crucial for avoiding costly engine failures. This completes our lecture on bearing materials and bearing stresses in marine engines. Thank you for watching the video.